The South African restaurant scene has been buzzing, but not in the way you'd expect. In recent weeks, a wave of raids has gripped the country's hospitality industry, exposing a hidden world of exploitation, mistreatment, and illegal employment practices. It all started with a viral video a waitress, Mihlali Nobavu, bravely posted on social media, detailing her harrowing experience in working at a restaurant in Gauteng. Her claims of low wages, unpaid overtime, and being mistreated spread like wildfire, prompting the Department of Labor to launch a nationwide crackdown on eateries. Nobavu alleged that she and other employees at Babel in Menlyn, Pretoria, had to buy their uniforms, worked without a contract or basic salary, relying solely on tips, and endured unreasonable demands such as forced hairstyle changes, no breaks, unjust fines, and excessively long shifts. In the aftermath of the viral TikTok video, the Department of Employment and Labor launched a 4-day inspection of the hospitality sector, specifically restaurants, starting with Babel, which the department said was non-compliant with labor laws. Restaurants in major cities like Johannesburg, Pretoria, and Polokwane have been raided, with authorities uncovering shocking violations. Over 2,000 inspectors were sent to comb through hundreds of establishments, leading to numerous arrests and fines. But the Babel was just the tip of the iceberg. As more restaurants were inspected, disturbing patterns began to emerge. Many restaurants were paying their workers below minimum wage, denying them proper breaks, and subjecting them to unsafe working conditions. Waiters have come forward, exposing slave-like conditions, long hours with little to no pay. One of the highest profile raids occurred at the upscale Tang restaurant in Sandton. The restaurant, frequented by the wealthy and elite, found itself in hot water when 4 undocumented workers and an HR manager were arrested. The raids have also exposed a darker issue: illegal employment practices. Numerous undocumented workers have been found, many of whom were allegedly employed without proper documentation or contracts. These workers are particularly vulnerable to exploitation, as they fear deportation if they speak out. In Sandton and Pretoria alone, multiple restaurants have been caught hiring undocumented workers, making you wonder about Sandton, the empire being built on slavery. Owners and managers have been arrested while their businesses face hefty fines. A Labor Department official stated that the raids were part of their commitment to ensuring all workers are treated fairly and in accordance with the law, regardless of their documentation status. As the crackdown intensified, the Restaurant Association of South Africa pushed back, accusing the Labor Department of being too aggressive, which means Restaurant Association of South Africa approves of slavery. They argue that the hospitality sector is already under pressure, recovering from the efforts of the pandemic, and these raids are damaging their business. Slave owner mentality. As more restaurants fall under scrutiny, the conversation surrounding the rights of workers in the hospitality industry has taken center stage. Many South Africans are calling for reform, better wages, safer working conditions, and legal protections for undocumented workers. But the question remains, will this be the wake-up call the industry needs, or will the dark underbelly of exploitation continue to thrive? The restaurant raids have peeled back the shiny surface of South Africa's hospitality industry, revealing the challenges faced by its most vulnerable workers. Whether these raids lead to lasting change or just more headlines remains to be seen. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Should the government crack down even harder, or is this approach hurting businesses? What do you think of slave mentality by the South African hospitality industry? You can subscribe to the channel for more in-depth coverage of South Africa's biggest stories and from the rest of the world as we bring you matters that matter.